Devil May Cry 3, my favorite Devil May Cry game and my favorite game of all time. I posted a few videos about it, and usually you can find me in the comments sucking it off every 10 seconds. And usually while I'm giving it the Glockinator 5000, I peek over in the comments and see stuff like this.
The comp in DMC3 has always been bad. DMC5 is current base by fiction with a side of blood.
What if I told you there's a mechanic in Devil May Cry 3 that turns the already good combat into something even better? That's right, but before we get into this, I want you to take a look at this combo here. Now this combo is pretty good, but despite all this goodness that you see on screen, this combo has a problem, and I want to see if you can tell me what it is. Let's begin.
Due to me being lazy and not wanting to edit more stuff in, I'm just going to tell you that the problem is that the enemy got knocked away. Also, ladies not on screen. Also, I love you.
You see, despite DMC3's great combat, the problem is that most moves in the game actually knock enemies away. This is especially even more true depending on which style you're carrying, since Swordmaster has the best moves for pulling off combos, while every other style can make your combo short or repetitive for various reasons. This is where the mechanic that I've been hyping up comes in. DT Stun, or Devil Trigger Stun, is a mechanic that's only accessible in the Dante Must Die difficulty of the game. This mechanic only works on DMD because enemies get a little something called Devil Trigger while they're in this mode. Devil Trigger for enemies on this game mode basically works like how it does for Dante and Vergil, minus the healing and the attack speed buff. So what that basically means is that enemies are tankier and harder to knock away while they're in this state, which means longer combos since enemies won't go flying every 5 seconds. Now I know what some of you guys might be thinking. That's where you're wrong, you little goof. Like I said, being on DMD makes every single enemy harder to send flying away. But that's honestly just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even gotten to the real juicy stuff yet, which is knock away and stun values. See, even though DMD is great for combos, actually doing them can be a bit difficult due to how tanky enemies are in this mode. If you just walk up to an enemy and try to start a combo, a lot of the time they won't even go up with you. And even if you do manage to start something up, a lot of the times the enemies are going to fall mid-combo if you don't know what you're doing. This is where knock away and stun values come in. Every single enemy in this game has a knock away and stun value, and every single move on Dante and Vergil has one as well that can decrease it. These values for Dante and Vergil are called knock away launching and stun launching. So basically what this means is that there's a limit to how much punishment an enemy can take from you, and when they reach this limit you can knock away, knock down, launch, or double launch an enemy at any time. Knowing what these values are and how to apply them can help you start combos, and can even keep them going without enemies falling down in the middle of a string. So let's break all this down. Knock away launching is basically using any move that would normally knock an enemy back, launch them, or knock them down. Knock away launching can be used in the air or on the ground to launch an enemy up to start a combo, or to keep one going. Now all of this can be pretty confusing since it's just me spouting a bunch of words. So to make this easier, here's a quick example. This is Sloth. Say hi to him, everybody. This strapping young man has a knockaway value of 60. So we need to use knockaway to lift him up to start a combo. An easy way to start one on him is to hit him up with the following. Helmbreaker has a knockaway value of 24, and Rising High Time has a knockaway value of 12. So when you hit Sloth with all of these moves, all of them eventually add up to 60, meaning all of Sloth's knockaway resistance is gone now, which means...
No, it can't be true. I could fly if I wanted.
Now stun is a little bit trickier. Stun can only be used while you're in the air, but the helpful part is that every attack in the game, as long as you're in the air, will always add to the stun launcher. What this basically means is just beat the hell out of any enemy while you're fighting them in midair. When you do this, by the time you get back to the ground, you'll be able to do a stun launch. Here's an example of this. So for this one, we're gonna do Hammer, Now in this combo, we've built up both stun and knockaway at the same time. So this lets us do not only one, but 2 launches mid-combo. If you're an advanced player, this is a really good way to spice up your combos while you're doing them. Now I know all these numbers and words can seem complicated and intimidating, but the one thing you can do is just practice the bread and butters I've shown in this video, and then just experiment from there. The most important thing is just to have fun with it. One of the best things about DT Stun is that you're able to express yourself in new ways, since every single style in the game is viable for combos. And not only that, it changes up Vergil's playstyle in 3 as well. and it easily makes DMC3 Vergil probably my favorite Vergil to watch just because of this. All in all, this video is just made to show that there's more depth to this game than just air spamming. I can't really be too hard on the people that think this because out of all the DMC tech, DMC3's tech is probably the least known, and most of the really good combo videos for it are kinda hidden away or on other sites. I don't really know if I missed anything in this tutorial, so I'll leave you guys a guide in the description so that way you guys can look up the stun values and all of the things I might have missed. I'll also leave a link to the stun visualization tool. This tool lets you see enemy values in game and even tells you how much you need before you can knock away launch or stun launch an enemy again. But now that I've taught you everything I know, it's time for you to get out there and combo, you little scamp.